Morning, gals. Gotta give me a drone. It'd be cool to see all these calves strung out from an aerial view. Well, good morning, folks. Another day of taking care of cattle in the good old Nebraska sandhills here. Just got these calves fed, got a couple more bunches to feed, and then we're gonna go to work on the heifer pen where we calve heifers. We'll be starting calving here in about a month and a half or so. So, gonna hang some gates and scrape some pins. We actually ended up getting these gals in yesterday and sorting the replacement heifers off that were in with them, and giving these girls a dose of pour on yesterday. They've been rubbing, so hopefully that'll get them to quit rubbing. What are you doing? Thought we had trouble over here. What's your deal? You all right? No, seems fine. Better pull up and put a little fuel in the old gal. I'm not feeling very lucky today. I'm not gonna push my luck, see if we can make it back. Just wanted to get this tub out of here, because these two are always fiddling around when I throw them together. Aren't you? You're always pissing around. That's why I usually keep them separated. The head of security keeping watch there. here in hand. Well, got these old gals fed. We'll head back and probably do a little scraping in the heifer cabin pen. Just for fun, we're gonna see if the old 4430 will fire up and use it to scrape this heifer pen. Oh yeah. We better pump her a little bit. She needs just a little bit of get up and go juice. Just got to scrape a few passes where we have the bunk lines in here. Get that scraped out. Found a little go-go juice for the 4430. Get it rolling. Old man's hauling a little hay. Gonna move this payloader up for him so he can unload. Needed to knock the old cobwebs out of the 4430 anyway. That's the tractor we use to hook up to the generator if we need to. Knock on wood, hopefully we don't need to use it for that. She just purrs like an old kitten. I just kind of like using this old tractor. It's the tractor I learned to drive on, so I'm kind of biased, but too bad in here, just kind of getting where those bunks were flattened out, and then getting the crap that's, you know, when they're standing beside the bunks and they're crapping and they, you know, muck that all up, just kind of getting the top off of that. We'll haul some sand back in there and make her level and put bunks in and be ready to go. See a lot of that's still just good dirt, and I'm just kind of using that to fill in the sides where they really make a waller when they're up at the bunks feed. The old girl still works like a charm. So just kind of leveled our out to get a good spot for some bunks. We'll haul sand in there first, but I didn't really want to take too much good dirt out, so I just scraped the top to get the old crap out of there. So yeah, this here is the heifer pen. We use it because, you know, heifers, they always seem to have trouble, so we're right next to the barn. Can get them right in if they got issues, and revamping it. Hauled some dirt in here, scraped her today, obviously. I pulled out a bunch of posts over here because I'm going to put in a bigger gate because it was real tight to get the feed wagon in, so that's what we're working on now. Tore out all this fence right here. Gonna put a longer gate in here, so that's what we're working on next. Firstly though, I want to get this panel out that's just sitting here not doing nothing. I'd like to use it to put right back in through there, so I'm gonna tear that apart. But my battery keeps dying on this thing, so gonna have to cut the video short, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe.